Hello friends, welcome to Selenium Learning Tutorial. So in today's session, we will discuss about Excel utilities. So in general, we use Excel to provide data to your tests. So means we manage our test data in Excel sheets and our test will read the data from Excels. So we have many jars in Excel to read the data from Excel sheets. We can use jxl.jar or Apache PY or so there are multiple ways to read the data from Excel. So, but this utility is based upon using Apache PyJar, but it was simplified and made it available to in simplest way to read the data from Excels. So let's get started and let's see what are the utilities we have and how do we simplify the reading the data from Excel. What are the ways we have to read the data from Excel? So before going further, I would like to explain from where you can download the jar file. So this is a prerequisite. So before you wanted to use Excel utilities, you need to make sure whether you downloaded this jar file and add it to your class path. So for detailed instructions, you can watch this video or I can show you a few of the resources where you can download the jar file. So either you can go through my blog clicklabs.blogspot.com p guidelines to use automation utilities.html, or you can search with this in Google. You will get this blog and go using automation utilities page and just click on this, then the jar file would be downloaded to your local path. Okay, so as I have already I downloaded, so I'm discarding it, but you need to keep it so that the jar will come to your local workspace. And these are the dependencies you need to use it in your pom.xml, and make sure that you are working on pom.xml, means your automation project must be Mavenized so that you can use this pom.xml. Or if you wanted to know step-by-step process along with live practical sessions, you can watch this video, how to use automation utilities in the project. So this is part of .click Automation Labs and Selenium Utilities list. In this is the first video. So you can watch this video so that you will have everything covered. So to get the jar file, to see the latest happenings, you can refer this GitHub page. I would be mentioning periodically with the latest updates and latest jar files over here. So this is how you can use these utilities, or you can download these utilities. Okay, so once your setup is ready and once you downloaded jar file and add it to your project, then you are ready to use the Excel utilities. So now we will look at how we can use these Excel utilities in your project. And this utility is not only for Selenium, it will work for any Java based automation projects. Okay, so let's get started. So to use this Excel utility, first you need to add the jar file first. And once you add the jar file, you need to import this class. Import com.testing.framework.excel utilities. The simplest way to import this is to type Excel utilities and control space, and then you will see some auto suggestions. And in that, you just select this import com.testing.framework.excel utilities class. Okay, so this particular class will take one parameter called as file path. Okay, so this is a constructor and you need to pass your complete XLS file sheet path. So then your Excel object is ready. Okay, so the example would be Excel utils equals to new Excel utilities. This is with the default constructor. So, but I prefer not to use this. Instead, use Excel utils. This is my object name. Excel utils equals to new Excel utilities class, and you need to pass your particular XLS path. So this is how you can create object for Excel utils class. I hope you are clear this. Okay, so let's move on to next. This is one of the method in Excel utilities class that is called as get cell data. So if you read the name, you will understand this. Okay, this method is used to read the data from particular Excel shell. And to read the data from Excel cell, there are multiple ways. One is you can read through the indexes, means first row, first column, second row, second column, second row, first column. So like that, you can mention row number, column number, and can read the data. So other way is that you can mention the column name. Hey, can you read the data from location column, second row, third row, fourth row? So something like that also you can use it. So but this particular method will focus on reading the data from cell using column number and row number. Okay, so let us see how we can use this. The syntax would be, so first we created Excel object in previous slide. Now we are calling get cell data method. So this will take three parameter. One is you need to pass the sheet name from which sheet you wanted to call. You wanted to read the data, and you need to mention column number and the row number. So this is the syntax. So let's take one example. So let us assume that I have testdata.xlsx in my C drive. So this is my Excel utilities class, and I have created Excel utilities object, and this object dot get cell data is my method, and I'm saying that please read the data from login sheet having at first column, and this is a first row. So that what it does, it will connect to the Excel sheet which you mentioned over here, see testdata.xlsx, and look for login sheet and get the data which is at column 1 and column row 1. So this is the purpose of this particular method. And if you look at here, you can see that this is the column 1, this is the column 2, and this is the row 1. Okay, this is the row 1, this is the row 2. So if you use this method, this will return, I'm sorry, if you use this means it will return the username data, means first row, first column. Got it? So this is how you can use this method. And we have another method called as another with same name called as get cell data. So both are same. So this is the concept of polymorphism in Java. Means one method can have one method can have multiple forms. Means the same methods can we can create methods with the same name but will accept the different parameters. So in earlier get cell data we have used the column number, but here we are using the column name. So this is the difference. Okay, so the syntax would be get cell data, sheet name same, column name, and the row number. So instead of column index, we are using the column name. Okay, so the syntax would be the same. This is to create your Excel object to connect to the ctestdata.xlsx. Okay, so get cell data. I'm mentioning the login sheet, and please read the location and read the fifth row. So means, hey, can you please connect to ctestdata.xlsx and connect to the sheet login and read the data of location in fifth row. So this is what we are telling with the code. So what this code does, this will look at this particular sheet. This is nothing but testdata.xlsx sheet, and I'm connecting to the login sheet. Okay. So now if I use this, then which one it will retrieve? This will retrieve the MH data. Why? Because we are saying the location is the location, and we are saying the row number. So this is the row 1, this is the row 2, this is the row 3, this is the row 4, this is the row 5. So if I use this method, this will return MH as a output data. So this is how this particular get cell data will work. Okay guys, so I hope you are with me. So let's move on to the next. This is get cell row number. So if you wanted to find out a particular data where it resides, so means I wanted to see where is 0506 resides and in which row. So that's about this method. So you can retrieve the row with the given data. Okay, so let's see one example. So this will take again three arguments: sheet name, column name, and cell value. Okay, so means in suppose in location where is 08053. So in location where is 505184. So like that you can mention your data and this will retrieve your row value. Okay, so if you have multiple, the first occurrence will be retrieved. Okay, So this is my Excel sheet. This is my Excel utils class, and this is my Excel utils object. And dot get cell row number from login sheet, and look for column name location and having the MH as a value. So it's nothing but, hey, if you take in a class, hey, can you please find out where is Mr. Ramesh sits from in which row? So something like that you are telling with some method, hey, can you please find out location in login sheet having the value as MH? So then it will look for this Excel sheet. Okay, so it will check this row, this particular row. Okay, so then first it will check NJ, sorry. So is this matching? No. So now next take this one. Is this matching? No. So next take this one. Is this matching? No. So then finally it will come over here and check, is MH equal to MH? Yes. So then what is the row number? Is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this method will retrieve the value 5 as an output. Okay. So if MH is at two places, here also MH is there. Okay. Let me explain you in another way. Okay. Suppose this value is also MH. So then this method will not go over here. This will return only the fourth as a output. So means first occurrence. Hope you are with me, right? So this is the purpose of get cell row number. Okay, so we can do a practical session of all this. Okay, so you got the row 5 because this is the 1, this is the 2, this is the 3, this is the 4th, and this is the 5th. So this is about get cell row number. So let's move on to the next. So this is another utility where you can get the column count and row count. So this is very straightforward. So if you use get column count, it will retrieve you the number of columns in the Excel sheet, and get row count will give you the number of rows in an Excel sheet. And the syntax is get row count from which sheet you wanted to find out. Get column count is the get row count from which sheet you wanted to retrieve the row count. You need to mention that. So here I have mentioned over here. So connect to ctestdata.xlsx. This is my Excel object. Dot, this is my method to get the column count. And based upon my sheet, it returns the value. And row count, based upon the number of rows in the sheet, it returns that particular value. So if you look at this, the column count is written 4, means this is the 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is nothing but column count. Okay, guys. And the row count written 5 means 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5. So total would be the 5. So this is how the get row count and get column count will work. Okay. So these are the columns, these are the rows. I hope you are clear, right? So this is get row data from Excel. So this is also one of the utility where you can read the complete row data from an Excel sheet. So get the given row data from Excel sheet returns in a form of key value pair called as hash map. Okay, so if you wanted to retrieve data in key value pair, then you can use this method. And let's look at the syntax. So get row data from Excel, and you need to pass Excel utilities object. Okay, so note this point. Okay, so we'll discuss this, and you need to mention the sheet name and from which row you wanted to retrieve. 0 means it will retrieve the old data from the first row. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. Okay. So example would be Excel utilities equals to new Excel utils. This is constructor, this is my object, and this is my method call. And here I am passing whatever you mention over here. This is Excel object. If you say X over here, this should replace with X. Okay, so nothing but this will take as an input parameter for this method. And you need to mention which sheet, from which sheet you wanted to retrieve and from which row you wanted to read the data. Okay, so both these values should be passed. So now this is my testdata.xlx sheet. Okay, so if I use 1 means what I'll get as an output, it will get this particular data as an output. Okay, so it will retrieve you the row 1 from this particular sheet. Okay guys, so this is one. So it will retrieve in a hash map, means look, this is a key, this is the value, this is a key, this is a value, this is a key, value, key, value. This is called as a key value pair, called as hash map, hash table you can say. Okay, so let's move on to the next, get sheet data. So this is one of the important utility where you can read the entire sheet data and written as a two-dimensional array. So this would be very useful if you wanted to execute your test with multiple sets of data, kind of data-driven approach. So if you are well versed with data provider annotation and where you will be mentioning data provider method, and in that method, if you use this particular utility and read the data, okay, using this method, so then it will return two-dimensional array, and your test method will execute based upon number of rows in this particular Excel sheet. So if you are aware of TestNG, then please use this. Okay, so then you will understand how benefit this method is. So we'll see how it works. And the syntax would be, you need to mention get sheet data with sheet name, and you need to pass the Excel object as a parameter. So here, this is my Excel utilities object, and this is my method call, and I am trying to read the login data. Okay, and I'll be passing this as a parameter to this method. Okay, so this is mandatory. So now this is my test data.xls sheet, and okay, so this will return all the rows as a output. Okay, so all the rows, whatever the data you mentioned over here, it will retrieve and store it as a hash map, two-dimensional array. Okay, so this is how about get sheet data. So let's have a practical session. So as I always says, doing better than saying. Okay, so let's do it. So I'm opening my XLS, my Eclipse. Okay, so this is my project using automation utilities. Okay, so if you see, first make sure you have the under Java build path, you have this utility, and this is the utility which we downloaded over here, or you can download it from over here. So if you click on, it will connect to this and download for you, and once you download to your path, then add it to your class path. Okay, so once you are done with that, then open pom.xml and provide all the required dependencies list. Okay, so to know the list of dependencies, you can look at this page. I'll keep update with the latest pom.xmls every time. So you just copy it and paste it in your pom.xml. So this is the prerequisite. So once you are set up with this utility, then you are good to use it. Okay, so now we are discussing about Excel utilities. So control space, and make sure you are doing the right stuff over here. You need to import this class com.testing.framework and say Excel utils, or you can give any object, new Excel utilities. Okay, for a practice purpose, this is my constructor. For the practice purpose, you create one file path in your project. So this is my project. Let me open. Okay, if you go resource, this is my path. Okay, if you click on over here, it will open that path. Okay, so in this, I created input files and I have test data.xlsx, data.csv. So let's look at this file. So this is my data file. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows with 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. Okay. So now we'll see how to read the data of this file using various utilities. Okay. So let us mention. I'm sorry. Let's see. So what is the file path? We need to copy the path. Okay. Copy this whole path. Okay, input files, and this is a test data.xlsx. Rename and copy including extension. Okay, copied. So let me widen this little bit and semicolon. Okay, done. Now you have a Excel utils object. Dot. Now let us go with one by one. Get cell data. Okay, so call this method and mention your sheet name. Sheet name is nothing but this is the one. Okay, so just copy this, Control C, or you can type it. This is my sheet name, remember. Okay, so I have two sheets. This is a personal info sheet. This is a login sheet. Okay, so pass this login sheet, nothing but this one, and column number and row number. So it means these are the column numbers. Okay, column number, this is the one. The one means this. Okay, this is the column 2, 2 1, 3 1, 4 1. So like this you can mention this is a 2 2. So if you wanted to retrieve this username, you can mention the column name 1 comma 1. Okay, so in order to print out to the console, you can enclose this in system.out.println command and end it. So this is the way you can read the data from cell data. So you can do this. Okay, so let me try this again. I don't know. Oops. Let me check this. Right click, debug as. Let me run in debug mode. Inspect. So ignore this. I'll fix this. You got the username because this is a cell 1 comma 1. Okay, so this is the 1 comma 1. So first row, first column. Okay, so like this you can read the data from any cell which you wanted to read it. So we have another method with similar system.out.println excel utilities dot get cell data. So this is one method. This is the second method. You can mention the column name. Okay, the sheet name would be the same, login sheet. As I said, this is a sheet name. Okay, so now column name, which column you wanted to read the data. So suppose we wanted to read the location. Okay, so copy that column name, and from which row, means row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, which row you wanted to read the data. So I wanted to read the data from row 3. Okay, so now you can just select this and say inspect, so that it will show you the data. You got the NJ. Okay, so this is a row number 3. 3 means it's a 1 2, it includes the header 2. This is a row 1, row 2, row 3. If I say row 4 means you will get the AP value. If I say row 4 means you will get the AP value. Got it? So this is how you can read the data from cell. Okay, so this is the second method, and let us look at the third method. Excel utilities dot get cell row number. So if you wanted to get the row number, okay, so you can mention this. So login and saying that, hey, can you find out the location of, like if I say MH, okay, cell value MH, then it should give you the location value. Means it should give you that particular row number. So you got the row number 5, MH, means this is the row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5. So if I say password 2, and rather than location, I'm saying password. This is my column name, right? So you need to mention the column name and having the value 3. 3 means 1, 2, 3. Password 2. It's a row number 3. Okay. So if you inspect, you will get the row number 3. Okay. So this will give you the value, means column value having the password 2. Okay. So if I say, hey, can you find out the row of username with the value automation lab 4, automation lab 4. Okay, this is the one, right? So I'm not sure it's a case sensitive, but I'm giving the exact value, automation lab 4. So now what it does, it will check the username column, all the values, and compare one by one. So first it will check with this value. Is it matching? No. This, no. This, no. Then this matched. So then it will give row 1, 2, 3, row 4, row 5. So it will give you the row 5 as a output. This is the fifth. Okay. So this is how get cell and row network. So Excel utils dot. Now we'll see get row data from Excel sheet. So now this will take Excel utilities as one object. It is nothing but this is the object you need to pass. Look at this. This is taking Excel utilities class as an object. So this is the class and this is my object. Okay. So pass this as a parameter and mention your sheet name. What is the sheet name which we are reading? Login. And which row you wanted to read the data. Let's take fourth row. So then it will retrieve the fourth row data and store it in a two dimension, store it in a hash map. Okay. So let me select this, double click, select, right click, inspect. Oops, you don't have the data row 4. This is the login. Okay. Row 2. Yep, you got it. Okay, so this row is the index is starting from 0. So make sure there's a reason we did not get that values first. Okay, so you need to start with the row 0 first. Okay, so now you see 0, 1, 2, 3. These are the values that you got. You see AP, area zip is 5003, password is equal password 3, username equals to automation lab 3. Okay, so means we are getting the 2 means this is the 0, this is the 1, this is the 2. Okay, so let me cross check once. You see the password 3. So password 3 means this is the 1. Okay, so it starts from this is the 0, this is the 1, and this is the 2. And you got the values as a automation password 3, that complete row you got, and store it in a hash map. You see hash map means hash table, row key and value, key and value, key and value, so that if you wanted to read get the data, you can use the hash map and you can get the key or value based upon your need. Okay, so and the last but not least, the last method is Excel utilities dot read data from XLS. Okay, so let's see how it works. Get sheet data, and here you will be mentioning your sheet name. So what is my sheet name? The sheet name would be login, and you will be passing XLS Excel utilities as an object. Okay, sorry, you can just type Excel utils as an object. Okay guys, so just end this. Now just select this and inspect. Now you will see all the data is stored in Excel. Means all the 4 rows has been retrieved, and in a map, like you see in a two-dimensional array, you will see all the data has retrieved and stored. 1 to automation lab 4. So up to you will see automation lab 4. You will get automation lab 4. This is the first row, second row, third row, fourth row. So 4 rows have been retrieved. Row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4. So it won't retrieve the headers. It only retrieve the data. Okay, so and headers is treated as a key values, not as a value. It's only key. So location, area, these are the key, and all the values are stored. So this is the first row values. You see automation lab 1, password 1, area zip, and this is the row 2, location nj 50012, password 2, username automation lab 2, row number 3, location ap 003, password 3, lab 3. This is again you will see. Okay, so you will see password 2, username automation lab 4. This is the last row. So means start from 0, 1, 2, 3, excluding the headers. So this is how the get sheet data will work. So if you want, you can store this in an array like this. Okay, so that you can use it how like you wanted to use them. Okay, so if you say inspect So maybe I need to do it again. Debug as Java application. Let me debug it again. Let me change this name to something else. So maybe there are two classes, so it is giving some conflict during execution. So I think this is main Java. This is the one, right? So let me rename this, refactor, rename. Okay, guys. So let me put some breakpoints now. Okay, so now you will see it did not get any exceptions. So it my bad. I created with the same name. So now you can see the data. It's getting it. Okay. So now if you look at your data, you see all the data stored over here. The row 0 means the first row, and this is the second row, this is third row, this is the fourth row. So this is how you can use your Excel utilities to read the data from XLSX. So that's all about these utilities. I will keep on updating these utilities by adding the new methods always. So keep revisiting this page or this video to get more updates on Excel utilities. So that's all about today's session. So I hope you learned something new. So thank you very much for watching this video.